This episode of Beyond the Tube, Real Stories, Real Advice is proudly brought to you by TubiFun. TubiFun are a fantastic company who endeavour to make tube feeding a little bit more fun for our Tubi kids and their families. Check out TubiFun on Instagram via the link in our show notes. Thanks again to TubiFun for sponsoring today's episode and for your continued support of the Tubi community. Welcome back to Beyond the Tube. I have got two incredible humans here with me today, Loz and Rhonda from Central Coast Kids in Need, and they are going to talk to us all about the incredible charity that is supporting sick kids on the Central Coast. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you. It's our privilege.
So tell us all about Central Coast Kids in Need. How did it start? What's it about?
Well, we were formed 31 years ago on the Central Coast when a mum had a sick child in Sydney Hospital. They were really struggling with the financial side of it. And one of the social workers discussed with her forming a self-help group here on the Central Coast. So they got that up and running. Nothing like it is today. They only had a few kids on their books. They got into a bit of financial difficulties. They had not as much money coming in as that they needed to put out. So another lady came on board, Pat. She helped them by going to all the clubs, Give Me Five for Kids, and got them up and running again. 23 years ago this year, I came on board as treasurer, and Lorraine followed me 18 months later and came on board and took over the secretary's position. We help families on the coast with sick kids who need to go to Sydney and Newcastle hospitals. We pay the accommodation, their parking, their petrol, their tolls, and if they come home on formulas or high-cost medications, we set up a pharmacy account and we pay those accounts monthly for the families.
Amazing.
These children don't choose to be born with a serious illness or a disability. So the family, in time of crisis, it's when we step in and help them financially.
Specifically, how do you assist children who have got tubes, feeding tubes of all different types?
Well, a lot of these children don't qualify for NDIS. So we help with the formula.
Yeah.
We help with the feeding bottles and tubes. A lot of the children get a certain amount allocated to them through Enable, but there's always a shortfall. So we pick up the shortfall for that, and also with supplements that they might need, because a lot of these kids, because of their poor diet and everything, they need a lot of supplements, and supplements aren't cheap.
Now, if we can throw over to you, Fiona, to tell us specifically how we help your child, Ezra, as a tube baby.
Yes, absolutely. I would love to share that. So Ezra was 1 year old when he was diagnosed as failure to thrive. We ended up at Gosford Hospital for 5 nights, 5 very long nights, trying lots of different formulas and things to try and help him improve. An NG was inserted about 24 hours after we arrived at hospital, and we were introduced to Erin, dietitian at Gosford Hospital, and she is the one who advised me to reach out and get in contact. I was a bit nervous at first to reach out because I had never needed to contact a charity before, and I didn't know whether I'd be eligible or what the criteria would be, or what I didn't understand really, because this was a whole new world, as I'm sure many of your families experience. And I was, greeted by 2 incredible people who wanted to help us and help Ezra, which was amazing, and have continued to do so ever since. So Ezra's had support through Neocate formula, which anyone who knows anything about prescription formulas, it's they're very expensive, hundreds of dollars. I think it was $480 or something for 4 tins. So it very, very expensive formula that he was prescribed to have. So that was all covered. Medications that he's been on and off since, tubes, shortfalls, as you say, like there's only a certain amount that you're covered for. Yep. So that's been covered. And then Ezra has transitioned to a gastrostomy tube at the beginning of this year, and that's been continued to be supported with also on top of that. And his needs are ever changing and things that he's using is ever changing. And without your support, it would be...
We're able to do that, continue to do that support for you and other families on the coast. We run 2 programs.
Yes.
We run our Ron McDonald House program, and we introduced a new program about 7 years ago. We had to do it to enable us to get funding from the other source, and it's called our Born to Live program.
Yes.
Our Born to Live program covers high-cost prescriptions. At the moment, I think we have about 275 pharmacy accounts that we pay each month. We assist with I don't know how many formulas. We also assist with home oxygen. I think we've got about 4 kids at the moment on our books that are getting home oxygen, and also our quality of life equipment.
Yes.
We've purchased electric beds. Recently, we purchased a iPad for a non-verbal young boy. The only way he could converse was through an iPad. NDIS wouldn't cover that. Our Born to Live program, our major benefactor, the Wangaroos Foundation, fund that.
Yes.
Each year, they give us more and more money. We've been with them now. We were the first charity to come on board where the Wangaroos Foundation was introduced.
Yes.
And it's been about 7 years now. And the funding we get from them and the support with a lot of other things is just astronomical. And the support we get from other philanthropy trusts and the local community, it's just mind-blowing.
It's incredible. Central Coast community, hey?
Yeah, save them. But in what you said before, Fiona, you didn't know whether you could reach out, whether you'd be eligible.
Yeah.
We have no eligibility criteria. If we get a referral from a doctor, a social worker, the community paediatric team, we have no means testing. As long as we get a referral with needs and what have you, we accommodate that.
It's amazing. And I think people would be very hard pressed to find any organisation or any particularly government organisation that would help without means testing.
To our knowledge, we're the only group of our kind in New South Wales, possibly Australia, that does what we do for the community. We have heard of another group down at Shoalhaven Heads.
Yes.
They slightly differ.
Okay.
What we do. And we've had a number of people contact us and say, can you recommend another organisation such as yours? But for these families to get assistance from us, all they need is a referral.
Yes.
We must have a paper trail.
Yes.
They just need a referral from a dietitian, a paediatrician, listing the child's illness and medications needed. As soon as we receive that referral, we set up a pharmacy account and we pay the costs.
It's amazing. It's amazing, especially in this time where people are struggling financially on the day-to-day without having an ill child or a child with disability and those extra costs that come along with it. It's unheard of.
Well, see, if a family lives outside of the 100K radius from the treating hospital, they are covered by a scheme called IPTAS, which is a government-run scheme. But to enable them to get that, they have to pay for the first couple of nights themselves in the form of accommodation, and they also have to keep logs of their journeys. Well, if somebody's got a seriously ill child, who can do that? No, we've just told the social work departments and whoever the powers that be, if they're from the Central Coast, we will cover them. And we'll take that load off their mind that they don't have to muck around with logs and all that garbage.
Yes.
Due to the economic situation, the demand for assistance is ever increasing.
Yeah.
Where we probably get 5 referrals a week, some days we get 5 or more referrals a day.
Yes.
Well, you've seen firsthand the
Name it. Yes.
We've already had 3 phone calls about people needing assistance. It's nearly become, Rhonda and I have tried. It's nearly become a full-time job.
Yes.
But it's our passion.
Yeah.
It's our passion. We love what we do. And as I said, not too many sisters can work side by side like we do and still love each other. She's the best friend as well as my sister.
No.
But because we had the same passion for what we do,
Yes.
Rhonda and I would probably talk to each other at least 3 times a day, sometimes a lot more, because so we're not crossing over each other.
Yes.
We discuss it. We don't make decisions without talking to each other. And if it's a major decision, we talk to our board members.
Okay.
We have 3 meetings a year that we fill our volunteers in what's happening, and any major decisions are made at those meetings. We have 24 volunteers.
See,
The day-to-day running of the charity, Rhonda and I are the engine that drives the day-to-day running.
Yes.
But whenever we need our amazing volunteers, they're always there for us to help out.
So great. That's so wonderful.
I mean, economic times are really starting to tell. This week, we've had two, like Lorraine had one this morning, I had one the other day, a single mum who's homeless, in temporary accommodation, got a very sick child, baby only a month and a bit old, suffering with severe reflux, needed specialised formula. So I just said to them, send me through the discharge summary with what the child needs. And I set up an account for that. Even though we didn't have a fixed address, we had a mobile phone number that I could give to the pharmacy, set them up. Lorraine had one this morning of a girl that's homeless because of domestic violence, a teenager who needs specific medications. She will set up a pharmacy account for that child. It's just economic times that are so telling at the moment that this is why we're getting more and more referrals. Last financial year, we had 414 sick kids and we outlaid over $500,000. We're already up to 419 sick kids on our books and we're up to $460,000 already.
Wow.
Without the support we get from the community,
Yes.
we wouldn't be able to do that. But we're fortunate we had a very clever gentleman that supported us many years ago. He was from the fundraisers friend, Warren. He guided us. And a lot of charities here on the Central Coast are thankful to Warren for his guidance and their success. He said to us, with your applying for grants, he used to do our grant writing.
Yes.
With your applying for grants, to look favourably, you need to have operational reserves.
Yeah.
He guided us and got expertise for us to set up what's called the Kindred Foundation that Rhonda and myself and our president on the board.
Yes.
We would have enough in that Kindred Foundation that if all our funding dried up in our day-to-day running account,
Yes.
we could probably go for 12 to 18 months.
It's an incredible backup and what wonderful advice.
Yeah, that was good. Very, very, very good advice. But, once again, we can't speak highly enough of our community groups.
Yes.
That we could not do what we do without the support of our community. We have race days, we have golf days, we have surfing events and handicraft groups, bowlers that have special bowls days, mufti days and things like that. Little preschools that might have a little morning with the kids and donate their funds from that. As I said, without our community support, we could not continue to do what we do.
We have several inner wheel groups here on the coast.
Oh, yeah.
They donate money to us.
Yes.
There's not a month from now to the end of the year that there isn't a function
Wow.
that somebody else is doing for us. We have our big charity race day every year. This is our 4th year. This year's sold out and I have a huge wait list of people that want to go.
Amazing.
And on the day, we invite 3 families along.
Yes.
That Wong Race Club give us a complimentary table. So we invite 3 families along to talk about what Central Coast Kids in Need means to them.
Yes.
And so many people say it opens their eyes. And we're very fortunate. We are community partners with Triple N.
Yes.
Paddy Gerard is actually one of our community ambassadors.
Amazing.
And Paddy is the MC at our charity race day and a staunch supporter of the work that we do. We're just so fortunate to have the backing of the community and the support of the community. People say to Rhonda and I, you give so much to the charity, but the charity has given so much to us. The people that we've got to meet and the places we've got to go to and the respect that there is for us and the work we do in the community is just mind-blowing.
I can personally attest to that. And I can't believe that we're fortunate enough to have such an incredible charity available to our sick kids.
Yes.
How can people get involved in helping you, whether that's donating time or goods, money? What does that look like?
Go onto our Facebook and Instagram pages and follow us. It shows all our events, all that's happening and what we're doing in the community. And you can support us by sharing, maybe getting involved with one of our fundraising events, but most importantly, follow us.
Absolutely.
And if you do see that we have a function on Facebook, even if you just come along and say hello, for us to meet families that we're helping, they're just gold. People can donate through our website. There's a donate page, or they can send Rhonda and I an email and we can give you our direct deposit details.
Amazing.
That's the best way anybody can support us.
And I truly think, obviously, there'll be a lot of people locally, hopefully listening to this podcast today. But I think that because you are so niche and one of a kind, it's not a major, organisation that is not entirely not-for-profit, which this is. This foundation is completely not-for-profit, correct?
If everything plays goes straight back to helping families. We have no rents, no company cars. Rhonda and I get a very small allowance a year. But other than that, every cent raised goes back to help families. We don't pay for any stationery. North Gosford Private Hospital, they provide us, I just have to send an email.
Yes.
They've been doing that now for about 3 years. I just send them an email and they tell me when it's ready to pick up. The Wangaroos Foundation and the Wangaroo Billy Club group, they do a lot of printing for us. I do our annual report and then they send it out to be formatted and they print it for us. They do our graphic design. They provide us with raffle prizes. The community is just amazing what they do for us. If we need something, we only have to contact somebody and they'll say, yep, not a problem. Just send me a letter. What do you need?
Which I think is the appeal. Well, I know for me, just as a member of the community, taking away my personal connection, is that it is so standalone in its running. Everything goes back to sick kids and their families, certainly, which is not generally how organisations are run anymore.
But we've had a lot of promotion and we've been on a current affair. We've been on the project and that exposure has just done so much in lifting our profile in the community.
Lorraine and I have both won Westfield Local Heroes.
Yes.
Yeah. Which we've got our mugs up on, that wall over at Westfield at Tuggerah.
Yes.
When I was first approached, I said, oh no, we're not in for all that kudos and all that. And then he said, but there's $10,000 in for the winner. I said, I'm in. And let's leave money involved.
And we'll take it.
People keep saying we should be nominated for awards. Our awards, we don't need that BS. Our awards are the kids and the families that we helped.
Yeah.
The only times we'll go up for an award is if there's money involved for the charity.
It was $10,000.
It's so amazing. And I think that there's so many people who genuinely want to give back to not-for-profit charities. So many times we see things where we're donating to things and we don't know where those funds are going. We're just toils about in black and white.
A couple of years ago, our current affair actually did a thing on this, and it was proven that 18% of the funds actually got through to do what these are the major corporations.
Yes.
Charity corporations.
Yeah.
After rents, company cars, wages and all that sort of stuff, overheads, 18% was actually used for the purpose of what it was there for. As I said, with us, 100%.
And obviously people would be able to donate time if they don't have funds.
Very limited.
Yes.
Because we had 24 volunteers.
Yeah.
A lot of these functions that other people hold for us, we just go along and help.
Hello.
That's I see help. We have had emails from people wanting to give up their time.
Yes.
And we've had people that have come along and joined us as volunteers, but we're not full on enough for them. We're not hands-on enough for them.
What about at Christmas time?
Oh, yes, Christmas time. We're inundated with help from the community and the Wangaroos Foundation. They come and help us pack and deliver presents. And last year we had 27 areas that we delivered gifts to, 279 families, which equated to 555 kids, aged newborn to 18 years of age. We don't only do the sick child, we do their siblings as well.
Yes.
We did 54 single mums. We did up lovely gift bags for them. We did 4 single dads, 8 grandmothers that are raising their grandchildren, 1 auntie, and we did 56 hampers. And everything we give out at Christmas time is donated by the community, to be individuals wishing trees. We are part of a group called Good 360. You have to be a not-for-profit. We can go on there. They get stuff donated. and we paid postage and handling.
Oh,
Just recently, we got over $2,500 in Nike bags.
wow.
Cost us $150.
Yeah. So Lego, we got Lego and all sorts. Right?
The money for this, Rhonda's husband does bottle recycling.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's our petty cash,
Yes.
and that's what we use to buy stuff for Christmas.
Amazing. That's a great way to.
And the Wangaroos Foundation give us so many hampers, but they also give us gift cards for our single mums. They give us gift cards to go with their hampers.
Yep.
And they give me a certain amount of gift cards for kids with special needs, because I'll go out and I'll talk to the mum and I'll go out and buy something specific for that child. Because if it has a special needs, it's no good giving them
Anything.
ordinary present. The Doilo,
Yes.
they gave us, for many years now, they give us $1,200 gift cards that we use for our teenage boys.
That's a good choice.
Yeah. But there are so many groups on the coast, like the Biker's Hand, different places, real estate agents and clubs that have wishing trees for us.
Yes.
And individuals. A lot of preschools collect Christmas presents for us.
Yeah.
My house is Santa's workshop on steroids.
Yeah, I bet it is. I suppose that's a good way too that maybe people could get involved is that if they work in an office or if they're in a big corporate, maybe they could have a wishing tree and they could be getting gifts at Christmas time or before Christmas, obviously.
The last Christmas was like this year. It was too big. was too much. It was a lot. There was a lot. What we did this year, families that we've given to for many years,
Yeah.
we might just concentrate on our more recent families because we've been dealing and giving gifts to them for so long.
Yes.
This is up here at the moment. So that could all change.
Every Christmas we say this is going to be the last one.
Because it's a lot to do. I can imagine the work that it is done for some nights.
Rhonda and I are still here at 9 o'clock at night, wrapping and packing, and like the girls and that come through the day.
Yes.
But there's some things that less is best.
Yes. Yes.
And making up the hampers, my lounge room floor was covered in hampers last year, but we do that at night when it was a bit cooler.
Because it's such a hot time of year to be working and everything out there. We do it out in the heaters.
Yeah, they put up a tarpaulin right around the outdoor entertaining area. And last year I had a fan put in because it was just too hot.
It was too hot.
Yeah.
See, the things you go through. For our kids, kids.
Oh, we can see the look on the kids' faces when they get the deliveries. It's all worth it.
Rhonda's two sons do delivery and her grandsons.
Yes.
My granddaughter's helped me. My brother and his daughter.
Yeah.
Well, his daughter now is one of our volunteers. She's our youngest volunteer. During the year, we get quilts that we give.
Yes, kids. I had one or four for Ezra and still use it.
Brother is one of my quilt delivery because he works in the area. So if I've got quilts to deliver, I'll just ring him up and he'll come and pick them up and deliver them. And he says it's been a real eye-opener to him,
Yeah.
delivering presents. And he says it's made him realise just how lucky he is.
It does. It does. And I truly think as, a parent of a child who isn't well, it really puts into perspective how lucky you are to have a well child.
Oh, yeah. It really shows, for sure.
And we're trying to teach our children and grandchildren the values of giving back to the community.
Yes, I agree. And I think that's a lesson that we could all from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And to know that there's kids out there worse off than they are.
Yes, definitely. Absolutely. And we still say that, even with Ezra, that things could still be worse, and keeping it in perspective. This is our reality, and some days it's easier and some days it's harder, but things could still be worse. And we try and keep that in perspective as well. There are still families doing it tougher.
Yeah. Unfortunately, volunteers these days are so important. There's so many organisations across there that need volunteers, not just our group, but we know all these volunteer groups are making a huge difference in the world today.
Yes, absolutely.
So if there's people out there that want to do something, I'm not saying necessarily volunteer with us, find a group that needs help and get out there and volunteer.
Absolutely.
It's the best feeling.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I love it. I love giving back. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're making a difference in the world, even if it's only this big or just something to do. I'm doing this podcast to give back to our Tubi community and try and help someone. If I can help one person, that will make all the difference. And that's very much, I'm with you on that very much. Thank you so much for your time. I just want to say one more thing before we wrap up. And that is to our audience who is listening. Please, if you can jump on social media, Instagram, Facebook, follow this incredible charity, Central Coast Kids in Need. If you can support in any way, please do. If your company can support in any way, even better. It doesn't cost anything to like. It doesn't cost anything to share. So please, 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 if you can jump on and do this, we would be forever grateful, forever grateful. Thank you so much to both Loz and Rhonda from Central Coast Kids in Need for joining me today. I am beyond thankful for everything they've done for Ezra and everything they continue to do for our sick kids on the Central Coast. Until the next time, thanks for tuning in. A big thank you once again to To Be Fun for their sponsorship of today's episode. Please head over to their Instagram page and check out their wonderful products. Alternatively, you can jump onto their website. Their link is in our show notes. Without the sponsorship of companies like To Be Fun, this podcast isn't possible. So thank you again, To Be Fun.